Uncle Murda's in here starting problems. T-Bro in the morning, Laura Styles, Rosenberg. What Laura Styles?
Because you guys over here acting crazy, out of control.
We talking about Dykeman back in the day before it was a bunch of plastic surgery uptown.
You know what I mean?
And then he's like, what if I smack somebody? I'm like, no, stop this violent behavior.
I mean, the controversy got me up here today, so.
I can't.
You encourage it.
I don't encourage it.
I don't encourage this.
100%.
Ebro's a troublemaker on the
He is an instigator.
I know.
It's my guy.
Nah, listen. Uncle Murda has a new song out, and it's big in the clubs.
Real Hitters is back.
It's called Real Niggas Back.
Oh, I didn't know we was doing that. Real Niggas is back, baby.
So it's big in it's big in the strip clubs. It's
the streets is moving out there. Yeah, we done did about 30 motherfucking shows or something out here.
But you've been making sure that New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, you got it on lock, doing your work.
And we out in Philly too, PA, so we moving around.
And that's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Definitely.
So I see all of a sudden you post on your Instagram negative energy towards Slowbucks, who's a nice guy. And I don't understand what's going on. So I invited you up here because you have the song, and I wanted to talk about the song, play the song.
I know it was a little bit of drama when I get a text from Ebro. I don't usually get too many texts from Ebro. I'm not gonna front. Me and Ebro have a great relationship though. We on the same page.
So you feel
I don't usually get the get up here, yeah. But when there's some drama, listen, my God, what you doing tomorrow?
I want to intervene before this gets out of control, because the problem is never the two individuals that's talking slick. It's always the
everybody
man next to
it.
the man that's next to the man.
Got you.
That inflames things.
Got you.
Stop looking over there, man. Stop, man. Chill. I want to make sure that this don't get out of hand, because that's not good for where we at right now.
Nah, definitely. It was a misunderstanding. You know, the police and everybody already done made certain calls to people about the shit. It was just a misunderstanding. We ain't trying to get hot and take it no further than whatever.
So it's all good.
You and Slowbucks have talked.
It's there. Yeah, we spoke. It ain't about nothing.
All right.
So you guys are good then?
Yeah, it ain't about nothing.
Okay. So
it's all about GMG, ATM right now. This movement that we got going on, the Real Hitters is definitely back, and we out here making the movement.
Now, who's the kid on the song? Who is that?
Young Greatness. He from New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was this a song that you had, that you put him on?
It was a song. It was a song that Reefa, the producer, him and my boy Miles William, and JR on the beat. They all made the beat, and Greatness was out here to hear some music and shit like that. Reef knew some of his peoples, and we was just all in the studio vibing, and then the record just came about, and now we got Real Hitters is back. And when we saying Real Hitters is back, it's not like, real niggas ain't never go nowhere.
And that's what Slowbucks had said,
right?
real
niggas ain't never go nowhere, but it was a lot of fake niggas in the forefront. You understand what I'm saying? It was a lot of...
In the forefront of
just period. Just music, the club scene and the streets, a whole bunch of Instagram posts that everybody follow now and think is the streets and things of that nature. So I just feel like it's getting to the point where them real niggas is getting back in position and starting to get heard again. It's coming back to the forefront.
And when you say things are fake, can you give a specific example? Because there are people who, in my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, some shit is bullshit. And I'll be like, yo, that's bullshit. Here's the real shit, whether it's music, whether it's business talk, whatever it is you're talking about, whether it's radio, whatever.
Definitely.
Even Rosenberg. In Rosenberg's world, he'll say, yo, this music is bullshit. Here's the real hip-hop shit.
I don't say bullshit that much, but yes, I know what you're saying.
Well, you just don't say anything. You just play shit you think is real.
Exactly. You don't have to acknowledge what you think is
listen, I don't knock nobody hustle, even the guys putting out the weirdo music and all that.
What's the weirdo music to you?
I'm just saying, a lot of shit that they play nowadays.
Stuff that I would play.
A lot of stuff that's in rotation. Not even Rosenberg. You play a lot of... You take it back to the essence of music. I was surprised one time I heard my music on Rosenberg. I was like, hey. I was like, whoa. It was a record I had brother and sister, but it let me just know where Rosenberg had was, because for him to even knew about that record, it made me realize, all right, Rosenberg, listen, I might put out certain things that might not be his cup of tea, but if he gets certain things.
It just depends on the record.
Exactly. So I respected it because I know his record, I know like his choice of music ain't really what's in rotation on Hot 97 or on other stations. He got a different type of, thing with him. So when I heard my record, I was like, wow, I didn't get to hear it again because I realized as he played it, probably was like 80 curses in it. I said, I don't think Rosenberg gonna play that again. You know what I'm saying?
Like, whoops, I thought I caught all this.
So, but when you say weirdo music, right? Because I feel like I'm not really I'm a music snob in the sense of that musically it needs to be great. the instrumentation, the song itself, the melody, the things like that. Like I'm a music snob in that way, where if those things aren't right, I can't fuck with it.
Got
right?
you.
But you know, I do have people who think that, you know, whether it's let's go Childish Gambino or Travis Scott, they consider that stuff weirdo music, right? Because it's different, or they dress different, or they party different, right? But in my world, that's always been a part of hip hop. Whether you had, you know, the cats that was rhyming from the block, or you had the cats that was on tour doing it from the stage, or whatever it was just different types of things. I want to hear from you though.
See, for me, it was different though. My type of music, for me coming up, it was the Jay-Z's, the Biggies,
From the block.
Yeah, the Nas, the Tupacs, the Locks, Mobb Deep, things of that nature. And you know, they content, what they were saying in the music was more of trying to get out of the bad situation that they in, or talking about incidents that happen in the hood. So that's what I was kind of used to. And nowadays it's like with the music, it's like motherfuckers encouraging you to pop pills and do all this weirdo
Be a
shit.
fiend.
Yeah, be a fiend and all that, and wear clothes that's extra tight. And it's like I just can't really get with that. That be the part that's like, when I say weirdo, I just mean that because, you know, I love music, and I want, you know, I got a son, he coming up, but I don't want him to feel like, or little homies feel like it's cool to pop pills and just be some.
So that's
pill
your real
poppers.
issue. It's not the clothes.
It's not, no, even the clothes too. I mean, loosen it up a little bit. I get it. The baggy thing is all the way out. I get it, because I seen some footage where Jay had some extra baggy pants on,
And it looks
a minute
nuts.
ago.
And now
And
you're
I
like,
was
whoa.
like, whoa. And then I even see myself with some stuff and how we used to dress was a little crazy. So
and they gonna look at thee with the tiger print pants and everything that they wearing, where they got leggings on.
Yeah,
they gonna look back at that and be like, yo, we was running around in spandex.
we was wilding. You know what I mean? So when I say that, I'm just like, you know, let's get a balance. I understand, let's not have it extra baggy, but let's not have it extra tight.
See, this is where I'm at. This is Ebro. This is why I've changed myself from button-down P to, at the end of the winter, I've become sweatpants P. Because the middle ground was they went from jeggings to now you can get just like slightly fitting but still comfortable sweatpants are trendy
And you can
now.
do that,
So
though.
you can ride a fine line.
Yeah.
True. You can find clothes that just
So
fit
that
regular.
just be my thing. Like, let's go with the like.
But what? Okay, so how old is
But
your
you
son?
want to? Murda's jacket is nutso, by the way.
Good
No,
looking,
and I say this with all
good
due respect.
What is that? Ostrich? What is that?
Appreciate
What is
that.
It
that?
looks
Got some
insane.
ostrich love
It's
over there.
insanity. But other people would see this and go, "What is wrong with Murda?"
Shout out the Ron Bag.
He's got an anarchy logo on it.
You know, freedom, some stuff like this. Some, you know.
Everywhere. So everyone has their own thing that's different. People would see that and be like, "That's
Yeah,
bonkers."
people might look at you like that's nuts.
Right? Everyone has their own thing that's
But
different.
they know that's, see, even Rosenberg can respect that that's some fly shit. It's not no weirdo
Okay,
shit.
so let me ask you a question. Okay, how old is your son?
14.
So what is he into? What does he listen to? How does
Weirdo
he dress?
raps. He loves the
Hold
weirdo
on.
raps.
What's the weird, like Odd Future?
He not into the Odd Future thing.
So
Luckily
what-
for that.
what
Thank
is
you.
he?
Damn, luckily.
I mean, luckily he's not. I wouldn't
You
mind
listen
my
to the
son
new
listening.
You ain't
Let
listen to the
him
new Earl
finish.
Sweatshirt tape. Listen to the new Earl Sweatshirt tape.
That's his new tape.
He got
Odd
a
Future?
new-
You actually wouldn't even find it weird.
No, I'm saying
You would just
listen
find
to-
it bars.
I actually appreciate some of the things that Odd Future do, because I like somebody that's just disrespectful wherever they go, don't care who show they on. I like that about him. He could be on the whitest of the whitest show, or Jimmy Fallon, and he's still gonna be himself and act a fool.
talking about
Like,
Tyler.
the creator.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah. I'm talking about Tyler, and I love his style. I like just the disrespectfulness. Like, I like that.
Of course.
So salute to him for being disrespectful
what
and
is
outspoken.
What is your son listening to now?
My son listens to a little bit of my music, but I get mad at that sometimes because I'm not exactly.
all right, forget it, man. You can't win with Murda. man.
Listen, the reason why is because I want him to know certain things, but I don't want him to know certain things at
Fam.
the same time. But nowadays with social media, it's so easy for him to go look up some old records that I did or certain things of that
Exactly.
nature. So he get to hear it to the point where he even trying to do his little rapping thing right now and all that. So. But I wouldn't mind him listening to the Kendrick Lamars and the J. Cole's.
all right.
I want my son to be in that type of, listen to them.
But is he doing
You
that?
know what I mean?
Is he doing that?
A little bit. I'm trying to get him out of the murder world and into the J. Cole
Don't
and
you feel
Kendrick
though
world.
that I
You know
feel
what I mean?
we had this conversation on the air though. I feel that a lot of rap fans who are maybe a little bit older, like in the the 30s and 40s age range, feel that things aren't good right now,
And they're amazing.
And I feel that we're being led by people like Kendrick and J. Cole and Drake. Like, these are pretty incredible artists, you
Nah,
know,
definitely.
with all different cups of tea depending on what you're interested in. And when people are like, "Oh, things aren't good," I'm like, when can you name a time in which the biggest rappers were this good? A lot of times it's hard to find. There'll be one But that was it. This is a good.
No, we had some eras where we had a bunch of good artists at the same time.
But were they as big as they are now? We have guys who are lyrical dudes who are superstars now.
I mean, I think Big, Jay-Z, and Nas in their era when they was coming up, I think that was a big era.
And those are three of the five best
everybody,
ever.
You know, oh, I see what you're saying on
So
that.
it's not common, is what I'm saying.
We had a little space.
And there's been spaces. And if you're being real, Jay and Big didn't occupy the same space at the same time.
Nah.
Different eras.
Yeah, Big was kind of there, and Jay was on the come up at that time.
Yeah, Nas kind of bounced in and out. He'd have a run in 93. He had a run around 99. You know what I'm saying? He bounced in and out. I just think it's a pretty good time where you can select some good stuff.
It is. Even with the South stuff going on, I don't even be mad at the energy that they be bringing. Because I went out there to South by Southwest, and I just like. By the way, I saw Rosenberg on the plane when we was leaving. My man Rosenberg was
yeah, he goes, I saw him randomly at the airport. He's like, you just go walk right by me. By the way, I want you to know how much I love Uncle Murda. There are not many people who could have made me smile to bump into them that day. I had just gotten delayed 7 hours. I had just found out that I was going to leave 7 hours later than I thought. And I saw Murda, and at least I got a smile. Because I'm telling you, T.O. Murda is the nicest guy in the world.
I be trying to tell people, man. I'm trying to switch up the name, Theo Hasicino, something like that. I'm trying to, hopefully they don't catch it. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, I just wanted to bring you up. I'm glad your energy is great. Like when
Always, man.
Listen, I see things from the standpoint of being at a radio station, being in media, where our job is to find locally here in New York City the shit that's popping.
Definitely.
And look, there are times we miss things and they come and we find them on the internet. There's times we get to break things. Like it's it's a whole different world. But when I see two individuals going at it, I feel like, and I know them. That's not good for business for anybody.
Nah, of course. And I
That's
got
how
a
I
couple
look
of
at
calls about that. Like, that's going to hurt the business. Right now, you're doing certain things. You're moving. If your next couple of moves is right, you could be in a good situation.
Yeah.
So
because
you don't need
and when
BS.
I talk about the business, right, for people listening and watching, you're talking about getting shows.
Definitely.
And if there's problems, then the SOBs and the this ones and that ones don't want to book
they don't want,
they don't want that.
They don't want them issues coming there.
And then you're not going on tour.
Definitely.
And then when you're not going on tour, you're not making no bread because music don't sell. And then when the music don't sell, people ain't seeing that it's people care about it.
Then we really going around, and then the way me and my niggas think and move, we gonna really go around and start hurting all these rappers because stuff is messed up.
No.
But he's being realistic.
Play the song.
We talking about this.
Intro the song.
Let's go. This right here is the new record. Real Hitters is back. You heard GMG, ATM, White Reef. I see you. Q rap.
T.O. Hasicino.
Yeah.
Put that money in the bag like whoa. Hit the gas in that new rate like whoa. And I know these niggas hate, but I laugh in their face. Got $250,000 on my wrist. Whoa. Big shit, ballin', house on the hill. I bring my real niggas back. I brought the real niggas back. What you tell them?
So listen, some time ago, a young man went in for some things. His name was
some things. My boy Rod Diggs. We had a group, the Murda Team. Me, him, and Waka Flocka.
Right, and they were using his music.
Music me and him made together. They was trying to say certain things he said in the music was actual fact pertaining to certain things that happened on the streets.
And what ended up happening in that case?
Recently he just got sentenced to 3 life sentences, and plus they put 105 years on it.
So carry the one. That's
Man,
a lot
they
of fucking
did some,
time.
boy. It's like more. It's like I just feel like they try to fuck him over.
Yes,
like,
they
for
did.
real. Like
yes, they did. And just like they doing with them young boys,
with Bobby Smurda and them,
Smurda
it's just
and
like they feel certain people get momentum of certain things, and
they
then
make an example.
They make
out of
example out of them. They feel like, I don't know if they feel like it's reaching.
Yes.
Suburban community or whatever the case may be, man. But
they feel, I believe, and I've been watching this for a while, and this is on a national level. This is not.
It's happening a lot of places.
This is happening a lot of places. I believe they see young men, right, doing things in their neighborhood. Those young men may get in a little bit of trouble, and then they try to use the music as a way to, let me flip this around and get out. But unfortunately, I believe they don't want those young men to get out. Because if those young men get out of the scenarios that they're in, they believe that the young people coming up will say, oh, I could live that life too.
And do the same thing.
So
Definitely.
they end up using those individuals as an example instead of going and allowing that person to change their life around and hopefully come back and be like, yo, I fucked up. I didn't have to do the things I did.
Definitely.
Right? And you shouldn't either.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Absolutely.
Which is the perfect word to use for this. On the flip side of that coin.
All right.
I tried to mention this to Bobby when we had him on the phone, but here's the thing. if there is, I believe the vendetta that's going on between the police and GS9, there's a lot of politics involved. There's a lot of posturing, which is why it's so bad. But I also believe probably, and don't get mad at me, this is just what it appears like, there's probably some foundation to these issues that started at some point, correct?
No,
Yes.
there's
It didn't come out of nowhere.
No. There's absolutely kids who have done dirt in their past or have friends that do dirt or live in a neighborhood where dirt is done.
So the cops then, in turn, okay, if the message of Bobby and those guys' music they turned around was screw violence, live your life, get out the hood, be positive, and the cops were still trying to shut them down, then I think you have an easier case to blame the cops. However, all of us would be lying if we said that Bobby's record wasn't one of the more violent hits we can recall.
Yep.
So you can understand why the cops, and I'm not Captain Cop, I'm just trying to play fair down the middle here. You can understand why they would be a little like,
they don't like the message.
they don't like the message either, and it feels like they're rubbing it in their face.
Reason to lock. That's not a reason to lock somebody up
For 110 years and throw away the key.
Yeah, that's not a reason for that, because we could say the same thing about movies, Rosenberg.
I agree.
We could say when I saw the Heat movie, it made me want to go rob a bank.
But I'm very
feel
weird.
like me and my crew need to go get together.
Yo,
let's
and
do some
honestly
homework
speaking,
and let's go rob a bank.
But I feel that way.
And that happened before.
It does, and I feel that
somebody
way.
kind of like did exactly what they did in Heat.
100%.
It happened off of movies.
I
and-
remember that. I remember the Heat one.
Yeah, the Heat. This shit that happened in LA.
The shootout in the street.
They was getting it on.
And for the record,
getting it on with the
I am one of the rare people who's in the music and entertainment industry who believes that those things do affect people. Film, television, and music, I think it does.
Talk. If we're gonna have that conversation, fam, I could turn on CNN and see grown-ass men who I put in office traveling to another part of the world with robot planes dropping bombs and shooting up families.
100%.
Like, I can see it on television, and our government does it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't. I mean, listen.
And that's real.
but I
and
condemn that
and
too.
that's so
No, but-
real right there, because it's like we come from a hood where we have not but so many opportunities to get shit, and then we see all these things in front of us, the cars and the jewelry
And you gonna go
and
for
the
it.
money. So you try to get it, and I don't see why they prosecute us to like the full extent of the law. Like that time they gave him, it made no sense when. That's how the country moves. Just like you said, we go to these other countries. We going over there for oil, whatever it is. We looking for weapons. We go over there. We sending motherfuckers over there to kill people. They killing people. They come back here and they don't even do the right thing by them. But my thing is, the country is based. They killing to get to where they want to go.
This country is based on violence, and
It's
it begets
based
more
on
violence.
So
100%.
You can't just
and
say we're gonna throw away the key on Bobby
Nah.
Murda.
No, you're right.
Y'all
But here's
putting
the
out
real.
video games trying to teach us how to do war.
You're right.
All these Navy SEAL
I'm not
games,
saying- by the way, I'm
they're
not saying it's
trying to-
fair.
They preparing us for war.
100%.
Here's the
From
deal.
young.
Here's the deal. The game has always been this since this country was founded. It was always a game of get what you can and get it how you gonna get it. Hopefully you don't get caught. Whether you was the Kennedys, whether you was the Rockefellers,
Definitely.
whether whoever you
or
were
you was
in
the
this
nigga
country,
from the block.
whoever you was.
But the
And-
problem is that person gets squashed.
yes.
Because they're not playing the game at the same level that these people are able to play at. So, of course, you're asking basically, is it reasonable that the government should condemn Bobby Shmurda and GS9 when the government also propagates violence? Of course that's wrong. However, they're never going to come down on the violence they propagate. They're going to come down on the little guy. And it's
Definitely.
easy for them. And the guy who has less money and is black and is easier to attack. And that's what they do.
I think you need to start campaigning this a little bit more, Rosenberg.
Listen,
Well,
it's,
he has. That's why he don't play violent music on his show. It's all the weirdo shit.
well, it's except for Uncle Murder
No, but-
occasionally.
and let's be
Tio
honest.
Assassino
And
is
let's be
different.
honest. And the reason I made that joke is because it's real convo. A lot of times we be calling the music that's not propagating violence and not promoting violence weirdo rap.
No.
Like they try to call Kendrick when he first came out with this album. They tried to call it weirdo.
They did the first album, too.
Yes,
And they did
Childish
on the first
Gambino, the
Childish
same
Gambino.
thing.
They try to do it to J. Cole. They do it to Drake,
Yeah.
right? They do
You
it to all
know,
these
certain
people.
dudes is gonna say that when you come from the streets and you used to listening to street music and you going through street things, and the streets is how you paying your bills. And then when you hear somebody like a J. Cole come with certain type of records, it might not be your cup of tea.
Yeah, but that's
it don't
bullshit.
mean it don't
Yo,
mean
Murda,
it don't mean it's
Murda.
not good music, but you just not in the mind frame to hear. You might not want to hear him uplifting the female like I might say your crooked smile. You just might not be. You might be going through
Yeah, but-
something else. You
yo,
don't want to hear that right
Murda,
now.
you don't listen to rap music in your private time. You don't. I know you.
I don't.
Real gangsters listen to love songs all day long. Every nigga in here sitting around listening to slow jams.
I mean, I'm just saying,
you
Uncle
listen
Murda
to
got
Earth,
his
Wind and
R&B
Fire.
I got
You
my
listen to
R&B
Stevie
moves.
Wonder.
Yeah, I
you
got
got
them days.
Maxwell on rotation.
I got them days.
Most of the days. None of us want to hear some 5 for 5 nigga talk tough on a record.
Not
Nobody
all day.
wants
Like,
it.
Please miss me with the rap stuff sometimes.
But
definitely
my
get in that
point
type of
being,
zone.
is then on the other side, somebody puts out some hip hop that's not trying to be hard. They just trying to be who they are, and we condemn them and call them weirdos.
You know, it's just certain type of people. Because when I feel like when some people do feel like it's time for me to listen to some rap, they want different type of motivation. They probably want to go get it. Like, all right, cool. I'm in rap mode right now. I'm waking up. I'm starting my day.
You working
I'm about
out,
to go
you
hit
doing-
the
you
block.
doing
I'm working
whatever.
out. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm about to go pull a cape or whatever it is I'm doing. It's just certain music that pump you up. And
Well, I want to hear about the caper more. What caper?
I mean, you watch Money and Violence, you might want to go knock off a pharmacy store or something. You might want to go.
No,
write a
who's
pop
the right
song.
music?
No, we don't. See, I try to steer the interview away
You
from that
always
with
do.
this guy. Always try to steer this guy away. But what is happening on a national level, to bring it full circle, and what just happened to Rod Diggs is a real thing.
Definitely.
And it's always been, I think people need to understand the history of street music in the United States. It doesn't get talked about a lot, but hip hop, because it was street music from the beginning, from the message, don't push me, I'm close to the edge, all that was considered like hardcore
Money
rap.
back then, yeah.
They didn't want that in the mainstream.
Of course.
They see Dolores Tucker and Tupac and all that in the 90s.
NWA, they try to push them out.
Push them. So this is a part of that same thing where they try to make sure they keep a certain level of control on the thought process of the population.
Definitely.
And they know that hip hop is, and in a country that is about freedom of speech, they know that hip hop represents a way that people are making a lot of money on speaking however the fuck they want to talk, and they don't like it.
They definitely don't like it. The videos, and then they got their kids emulating certain things. that
And
we
there's
doing.
and now our kids are too now.
Definitely.
Don't
Oh, no,
act
you're
like
right.
the music that's getting made in the hood isn't bleeding into some kid who's gonna make a bad decision, and he's from that
Definitely,
neighborhood.
Definitely.
He just said he wants his son to listen to J. Cole albums.
Exactly.
And Kendrick Lamar
And
albums.
look what, and your name is Uncle Murda.
I'm just not. I
Tio
switched it though.
Assassino.
It's
Tio
it's
Assassino.
murder. Like in Tio Assassino or just Assassino. I don't know how
It's
I'm working on my Spanish. I'm
Assassino.
Panamanian. I'm learning the Spanish. I'm
Assassino.
just starting to learn. Assassino?
No,
Assassino.
it's Assassino.
Assassino. Got you.
So Uncle Murda's new name is.
Assassino.
Hey man,
Don't mess up and call him Assassino though.
And
Or
the new project is coming soon. It's called Raise the Murder Rate. And it's not what y'all think. When raise the murder rate mean we raising the value of murder, Ebro. Because I seen you looking there like,
How we get?
We just was talking about this. We trying to
He
raise
wants to
the
rate it more
value.
Uncle Murder.
We raising the value. It's not the murder rate as is. You know, we playing on words. So
All right, we watching
don't think
you,
so
bro.
negative. Yeah, we playing on
I'm
words,
always
man.
watching you,
of
bro.
course,
Keep
they
it-
don't make them
Yo,
like that
I'm
no
trying
more.
to keep you out of trouble, man.
Of course,
That's
man,
my
I
job.
appreciate that. I appreciate
All
that,
right,
man.
that's what it is, man. Give it up for Uncle Murda.
And
Tio
yeah,
Assassino.
and we just got the word Uncle Murda will be on the Summer Jam stage. I know everybody out there is excited. We just got the word. We probably make the announcement officially tomorrow.
Yo, chill out, man. Nah, man. Yo, hey, keep him out of MetLife.